Hey man.
Oh, girl, it's recording already.
But you knew that, I thought.
I didn't.
I mean, I can't see it for the glare, but I figured it was.
I didn't. It wasn't.
I guess I'm getting on the people's nerves. I'm driving slow because I'm just have like no real destination at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, well, since it's already recording, I'm just gonna cut that first part off the video. Since y'all like my mama more than y'all like me, here she is. I'm sick of her already.
I got my lipstick, girl. I got to get my stick.
You spent 20 minutes beating your face.
Well, my lipstick was in my purse, though, like when I wanted.
This is Greenleaf. Good evening, saints and sinners. We won't be doing neighbors and niggas on the Greenleaf video.
Yes, Lord.
I am the Right Reverend Dr. Evangelist Bishop K. Lane. This is my adjutant.
Sometimes I feel like your adjutant.
And we are going to present to you Greenleaf, but before we get started,
let us pray.
Yeah, let me just go on and put my.
I'm scared.
We're mourning, so I had to put on. We are in mourning today.
I am moving. You got to tell people.
I asked you if you had a veil. I had to go get my do-rag.
I mean, you could have got one of my little church handkerchiefs for my knees, I bet you.
I had to use my do-rag. I had to make do.
I have some nice lace doily thingies for my knee. You know, to sanctify. You can't have your knees out. You know, on the front row, the men can't be looking at your knees. It's just,
well, I don't sit on the front row.
It's abomination. I don't either unless they make me.
You and that breath. I'm sick of it already.
I got to breathe.
Anyway, we lost the head deacon at our church, Deacon McCreary. Is it McCreary?
Mm-hmm.
He's no longer with us, and so I'm gonna ask my adjutant, Sister Val, to give us a solo.
Bless that one.
No, ma'am. I'll do it myself.
I was in celebration.
I must leave you now, for it is written.
I was going on like that key.
I must leave you now.
That's better.
For it is written, and it must be so. I must go home.
Kinda got me.
Well, if I would have stayed where I was,
that would have been better. Okay.
For if I should stay, the Comforter cannot come. Ooh, if I was at the other,
I had to breathe.
If I was on,
yeah, I helped you.
You did. Oh, I must go home. Anyway, the point is,
I'm in now.
Okay.
Excuse me. Okay.
You want to hit that last one?
Oh, I cannot stay. That one.
Anyway, we're
better.
grieving. Oh, we're tilted and everything. It's just a mess here. We're grieving. Well, somebody's grieving.
Somebody, Uncle Mac. They Uncle Mac.
Yeah, someone's Uncle Mac is dead. So anyway, we resume. We pick up where we left off at the end of the episode. The finale, fighting and all of that. And she's asking, "Where's Sophia?" He's saying, "Call somebody. I'm done. Call somebody."
She can't process that.
She's saying,
I cannot process.
I won't be calling anyone.
I need some answers
Until you let me know
where my baby.
Where's Sophia? He said, "I don't know. Call somebody." And she says, "I'm not worried about
She
calling."
couldn't process that.
I'm not gonna call.
I'll tell you, if I think somebody got my child, I might not know nothing either. But if you don't get, I'm gonna cut you from the bottom. I already cut you at the top. I'm gonna cut you at the bottom. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm just having a mommy moment.
And so, after Max says once more and again, he don't know where this child is, he dies.
Yeah, he didn't have time nowhere.
He dropped dead. And I'm saying, like, well, if Grace would have called, he still would have.
He still would have died.
Still would have died. Nothing we could do. Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Yeah, he was tormented.
But do we want him to rest in peace after having tormented the other children? I'll get back to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pray over that. I'll let you know.
So anyway, the police get there after he dies because she finally decided to call the police. And
who is the driver? Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is where I am on all my videos when I'm just telling the girls to go. Because why are you going so slow?
Why are you here?
Like, we get in our cars to drive. That's what we.
Because you can walk like that.
They're getting too much of you and not enough of me. I'm looking legendary.
Yes. Oh, Diana the Ross.
Lord Jesus. Must this happen every time?
You done told that.
I didn't mean to.
My devices.
I just want them to see how lovely I am. even though one side of my hair never goes with the other side. It just never does. So the police are asking all these questions and all of this, and the man police was giving fever and attitude and just, you know, rude. And then the lady detective comes up and she's like, forget, you know, what all he talking about, let's get you to the hospital. So they get to the hospital and, you know, they like move your hair this way, that way.
Okay. Yeah, I was on the move your hair part. Go ahead.
So they tell her to move her hair, you know, this way and that way, and so on and so forth and such which. And they're taking all these pictures, you know, she's got cuts, bruises, her hand is cut up, all in here is, you know, not looking healthy. It just didn't look great. And then she's like, am I gonna be arrested? They're like, no, girl, go home. But we gonna call you in the morning. And so she tiptoes on out of the
police
examination.
station.
Ooh, no, they're showing, that's too much of me now. It's too much.
All right, now you just got to make a decision.
I'm sorry, I didn't put on my good brassiere. I don't want them to see the girls just laying there.
Maybe that's where we should go. To the good brassiere store.
I mean, honestly, I'm going to Lane Bryant tomorrow when I get my check, because I've got some things to buy. Anyway, so they let her tiptoe on out of the examination room. Don't nobody lead her out, and then she just got to walk out there by herself. But you know, all of my times in the hospital was at Children's. So the girls
your mama was with you.
I mean, and my mama would be with me. But the girls would just hold my hand and lead me on out of the hospital.
Because you was cheering.
Because I was a cheer. So I don't know how they do it at the adult hospitals, but I'm gonna want someone, a nurse, to come with me out. Anyway, so she steps out. And her mom and dad is sitting out there, and her mom is like trying to tell these lovely little stories. They just don't see me. She's trying to tell all these lovely pieces of Mac's life and Silverthroat.
My brother's stories.
Bishop Silverthroat is like, sis, I don't want to know any of this.
I don't care. That's basically what he said. Why is this?
And then, you know, as Grace is coming out, yeah, did you see they have cut down?
Yeah, what's that about? What do we know?
What do y'all do? They're gonna put a building there, I'm assuming. But like, girl, it's true. It's just the environment. Like, it's nature.
Well, why would you put it? And they're doing it over here too.
I didn't know that. I didn't see that because usually I'm on my way to work and I don't look all of it. Wow.
I'm getting on people's nerves.
So they get on our nerves.
I'm not in a
Anyway,
hurry.
so we are doing the most. I'm gonna run out of space on my phone.
Okay, we sorry. Go ahead.
So she walks out, and then, you know, Bishop Silverthroat gets up, hugs Grace. Lady May gets up, hugs Grace, and is giving, you know, I'm so happy you're not dead, and like, I love you. And I'm like emotional. I'm like, oh my goodness. Did you just find out you loved him? Like, what happened? Anyway, so they're doing all of that.
She was the devil's spawn when you first came on.
Right. Like, you hated this girl. But anyway, we swoop. Swoop with me. Are we all swooping? We swoop over to homosexual Kevin and homosexual Aaron in this bed. We don't know what all transpired, but we can imagine. So Kevin gets up because Nathan's fussing. He goes and he grabs Nathan and all of this. And then he takes Nathan to Marisol. And Marisol she's the maid, she's the cook, and now she's the nanny too. Like, they better be giving her 3 checks.
Yeah, she needs some more money.
Like, why?
And she seems to be so calm about it.
And she's just like, oh yeah, girl, I got the baby, that's fine.
Yeah, we good. I'm gonna dust and put the baby over here. I'm gonna dust
with the baby. Like,
understood.
Rude. Anyway, so he asked Marisol to keep the baby, you know, until Lady May gets up. And he runs off on the plug twice. They started calling he and calling bike. You don't understand the reference.
It's a rap song from a rap hole. I'm the original rap. You want to see it?
What gospel artist did this rapper have beef with?
Gospel artist. He don't know Jesus. Everybody fight with Kirk Franklin.
I'm so mad you knew that. I can't stand you. Anyway, I'm sick of it. That was rapper Plies, who we all think Plies is Kirk Franklin. We're not sure if he is or isn't, but yeah.
He just kind of spin it. Does one thing, then he does the other.
They look like
they probably brothers.
Probably.
You know, because Kirk wasn't raised by his mama.
I probably got a brother out there looking.
Honey, I got plenty.
You have several.
They mine too.
They
mine too.
Loads. Anyway, so Grace, we're gonna swoop back over to Grace. Grace comes into the home looking just toe down, busted and disgusted. And Sophia's laying on the couch, and Grace like wakes Sophia up. Now, if my mama would have woke me up looking like that, the first thing I would have done was holler. I
know my child.
What is going on here? Like, I'd still be hollering to this day. Like, my mama one time was sleepwalking, and she went to the bathroom.
You're not supposed to tell.
I'm telling you. She went to the bathroom, and she came back, and she looked. This was when I was still sleeping in her room. She came back.
Last month. I'm just kidding.
You just gonna lie right here on this camera.
You gonna tell my tea I can lie.
She came back into our bedroom, looked me dead in my eyes, and said, "Ah!" I said, what is going on? That's the reaction I would have given if my mom would have woke me up looking like Grace woke her child up. And then she, you know, they trying to figure out how to tell Charity what done happened. And
there was no problem. It was the
well, I mean, I see both sides of it.
Well, sure.
Because it's like she out traveling and things. We don't want her, you know, to be worried on her trip back. But then she don't want to be left out of stuff. And that is a big portion of, you know, that would be leaving her out, like, in a major way.
Yeah.
So I can understand both sides of it, and I don't know which side would have been the right one, you know, to choose. But anyway, they decided they ain't gonna tell.
They chose both. One side didn't, and the other side did.
Can I get to it? You will not jump the gun here on Rambling Reviews. You can do that over on Valerie Spivey Danzy's channel, where the girls preach. But over here, so Grace asks Sophia, "Where were you?" And Sophia's like, "Girl, what you mean?" She's like, "You supposed to come to the dinner with me and Rick Fox. You ain't show up where you was." Sophia's like, "Oh, girl, well, sis, what happened was, Zora Neale Hurston called, and I went to the studio to pick her up because she needed a ride, but my phone had died, and so this, that, and the other." My mom would not have had that. What would you have had? What would have happened in that instance?
What her phone did? That'd been a
That's what you would have had. You would have asked, "Where's your car charger?
And why is it not in the car?
Why is it not plugged into the phone? Why?" Zora obviously called you, so her phone was working. Why you couldn't call me and let me know?
Yeah, but then, you know, of course, you know, I'm into self-sufficiency. So, yeah, it would have been very heavily into what is wrong with your car charger.
Where's your car charger? It would have been the main, like, I bought you the car and the car
and the charger. These go together.
What's T here? So my mama wouldn't have had it, clearly. But anyway, I guess that was good enough. They just moved on from that.
Ain't no phones dying in this day and age.
And Sophia got real jazzy with her mama for a second and said, "Well, it's not my fault you went over there and did what you did." My mama,
she touched you.
Would not allow that behavior.
But the clip like this.
My mama would not have had that. Like, girl, I was over there killing this man on your behalf, and you come out your mouth, and I probably would have come out my mouth like that too.
Yeah, you'd have a busted lip.
And I would have had a busted lip.
I'd have killed one, but I'm only gonna get one busted.
You just wouldn't kill me after all the work you did.
Jesus, it was hard.
It was a journey.
I mean, I
wasn't trying to be
had
born.
castor oil and cod liver oil and mineral oil. I tried to get you out.
You'll never electric slide me out of your womb.
I tried.
Anyway,
I tried.
Sophia asked her mama if she going to jail. She said she don't know. Moving on over to the next morning, her phone rings and she don't answer, and I don't know who it was. I'm assuming it was the officer of the law, but I don't know for sure. But she ain't answer. Jacob and Carissa, they over there and they talking about needing prayer and this, that, and the other, and how they trying to work out their situation. I couldn't really hear because I only got one good ear, and people like to talk during television shows in our home.
But they get on my nerves.
So I missed what they were talking about in this conversation. But anyway, so we wake up. You know, Grace is waking up. She's coming on downstairs and everything. Mm-hmm. And Bishop Silverthroat and Lady May are speaking in the, you know, the dining room. And Bishop Silverthroat is like, "This is, you know, a scandalo." And Lady May is like, it's not a scandalo. It is, Grace is a hero. You know, she self-defense. And he tried to kill her, and she's a hero. And Grace came in and was like, "Did my mama just call me a hero? What is going on here?
Is she done?
What is happening? There's too much going on." And, you know, Lady May kind of tries to backtrack, but not really. She was like, "Well, this is what we're going to say, you know, when the girls ask."
Right, because she knows she's been treating her like she was the devil. She's
been treating her so terribly. And I don't have the patience that Grace had with her mama.
Because see, Grace saved.
She saved-ish. She a little more saved than I am, because I'd be reading you for blood.
And take you to church. We just gonna go.
Then I read you in the name of the Lord.
Sit you right out in front of what's the Miller Church. We going over to their church.
We've been on this thing for 20 minutes. It ain't been more than. Anyway, let's see. Aaron's going around looking for Kevin and all of this, and then we find out that Aaron's going to represent Grace in her situation with murdering Mac and all.
Mm-hmm.
And May is telling, Gigi, no apologies, don't waver. You did what you did, this and the other. And I'm like, I don't know if that's gonna be.
Yeah, you gotta at least be. I didn't mean to kill, dude. And that's what that's what she told. That's what she been saying.
It wasn't really.
I didn't go over there to kill him.
Right.
I went to go get my child.
Right.
He went okay.
He had happened to
things to do. Go kill
Mac. Kill
my uncle.
Right. Listen, sometimes you want to kill your uncles. I just, there's an uncle there that I just don't see it for. I don't want to kill him, but if the opportunity arises, it just may happen. Because I just don't. You don't play with my money.
Okay, time has passed. You're gonna have to let that go.
But my money is still missing.
It would be missing
time
by now
has passed,
anyway.
but the money's still gone.
The money would have been gone by now.
But it was not gone by me. It was not my choice. You don't steal nobody. Ooh, okay. Let me. Anyway, because I was really gonna go into it. Charity and Beethoven are over there, and they're doing the music.
Don't do that.
Charity and zesty homosexual Jabari are over there.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
But still, he's supposed to be a Metro or something.
I shed what I shed. Charity and this questionable young man are over there, and there's this group, and they singing down, recording a song. I didn't care for it, but whatever. And
the excitement of it all,
I guess. And she's all up on him as she tends to be, and I'm just like, Charity,
if you don't scooch,
do you like to see what I see? Like,
well, I mean, realistically, just from a realistic and my experience, from my experience point of view.
Okay.
If you tend to be attracted to a certain type of men, you will continue to be attracted to a certain type of man, whether they display it or whether it's full blown or whether it's just a tendency.
Full blown, Jesus.
We gonna call it like we call AIDS.
Call the thing.
Anyway, because I know I have a friend or two that
I know who you're talking about.
Seem to only go
and
with those that seem a little. I'm like, what a gruff dude.
And I question.
What a dude.
I question her sometimes. It's just how it is.
Why?
Why do I question her?
No, I mean my question is why do you do that?
Oh no, I'm talking about something else. Anyway,
go ahead.
But because I don't want to be too shady here on the camera.
Right.
But she's all up on this man, and it's just, girl, just stop this. Go to the not the gym. I was trying to say go to the gym, but they love the gym, honey. Go somewhere. Don't go to church. Don't go to the gym. Find you a man, a straight one. Let me see. So Kevin calls Charity. Lets her know. So your sister done killed your uncle down here.
Just so you know.
She's like, is Grace okay? What's going on? She ain't asked if anybody else is okay. And I like that because we don't get to see a lot of Charity and Grace. Oh, we hadn't in the past episodes. And I said in one of my reviews before that I would love to explore that sister-ness. And we are getting there. That's going to be the longest review ever in life.
I just felt that. Sorry.
We got 2 of these. Okay. This episode 1 is another. Okay. Is that a dog? Just right. Where's he going?
He playing? I hope he don't play too close to that bird in the street. I hope he got good obedience training on it. She said, come out. He going back towards it. Because this is not the street to play on.
Horse-looking dog running through town.
Yeah, but he going to get hit by one of these big cars.
I don't know. He's big as one of the cars.
I mean, his car going to have some damage.
And then, Charity, after hearing that, her sister died, she tells Kevin, this is why we're just great friends. And for some reason, he's shook by it. And I'm like, Kevin, what are you shook about? Y'all are friends. How was she before?
He don't want to be her friend.
What does he want?
He wants things to be right. He wants it to be like he perceives it should be.
This morning, he was in the bed with a man.
He wasn't happy about that. But that's why he left. He didn't left. He didn't say nothing.
But he was in the bed with a man.
And the dude was shook when
everybody shook here. Everyone, I'm shook because I don't understand why the girls are shook. First of all,
everybody don't just want to be like this. Here's chicken big mark. Mama say this thing got some good something in it.
Yeah, she said that to me before as well. But we're doing a video here.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And I'm trying to understand why Aaron is shook. It doesn't make sense to me for Aaron to be shook. They just finalized their divorce like 2 weeks ago, and you in the bed with this man. So you a rebound, whether gay or straight, you a rebound.
Well,
what Charity ain't really all that shook too much anymore. But Kevin shook, and it's like, Kevin, I'm trying to understand why you would even come out if you ain't want to be out.
But he was trying to be earnest.
But if your husband,
Jesus, my head just hurt. Just right across there real bad.
If your husband came to you and said that he been fantasizing about men, do you think your husband would expect things to just be the same?
Not if he was sane.
Right. So I don't understand the situation with Kevin expecting things to just be the same. It's just not gonna be the same. Anyway, Jacob hugs Gigi. They down at the church, and he's talking about he may be coming back.
He tried. He worked it. He tried.
I just still. Jacob is my least favorite. He's just my least favorite.
You know, he got a little dirt on him.
They all have dirt on them. Each and every one of them. Except Charity. I haven't seen her dirt, but I know she got some.
Bro, this little boyfriend, she done collected.
That's her girlfriend. I can't be bothered today. May calls Mavis, and she's giving. Don't you do that? Do not you do that, sir.
You look like your cousin a little bit.
Look like a cousin of mine.
Trey. You remind me of Trey.
May calls Mavis and is giving, hey, so our brother's dead. Call me back. Because May ain't answering the phone. Mavis ain't answering the phone.
What? I'm reading. I don't really know that building.
It's new. Or it's redone.
It's redone. Something happened right there.
It's kids' furniture.
Okay. Well, we ain't got no kids.
None of us. So Mavis ain't answering the phone. And blah blah blah. Jacob has the deed to Triumph 2. He wants to team up with Silver Throat. You know, use that building as something in regards to Calvary. And Bishop Silverthroat gives a loud and resounding no.
It's a pretty cloud. I'm busy. And it's going really
I don't know
fast.
why y'all like her on these videos. She don't do nothing but sit here and get on my nerves. I don't get it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Anyway,
thank you.
Jacob wants to co-pastor with Silverthroat, and Silverthroat is saying it's just a no. It's a loud. You look dead. Stop. It's a no.
Listen.
But you're sitting there with them shades and this unwavering face. You look deceased, and I don't care for it.
Can we do that?
That's worse. Aaron calls Kevin. Kevin ain't answering. So we got Mavis ain't answering, and Kevin ain't answering. Nobody's picking up the phone.
They don't want to talk about it.
And Aaron is giving, call me back.
Aaron acts like a jilted lover.
He is a jilted lover. Then we swoop over to Zora and Sophia. Sophia tries to dissuade Zora from being with Isaiah. And Zora says, but you gotta find me a new boo. Sophia says, all right, cool. My mama said, why she gotta have a new boo? I said, because she's like 16 and that's what the girls do.
I guess it was just not a big deal to have a boo to me. Boos, they was coming in a minute. What? Just pick when the next group comes through. They come. Well, you got to find you one.
Gigi and Aaron are going down to the station. They're prepping for the situation, and the detective is pressing the matter, and Aaron cancels the meeting, all of that. Carissa says to talk to Gary from the Voice of Life TV station or something like that. And if I remember correctly, Gary is the one that wanted to do the swinging situation with Carissa and Jacob back in season 1.
That was a lie.
And then, Jacob, he's just real spiritual these days. He's having revelations and just deep and just giving you just, God didn't tell me to brush my teeth this morning, so I won't be doing that. Just like
Jacob.
Jacob
Sis told you if you don't, it's going to be problems.
Decay, flat. Let's see. Silverthroat comes on by the office, Grace's office, and Grace is giving, if I end up going to jail, do all you can to keep Sophia, because her daddy going to try to take her back. And I'm like, I don't remember her daddy being just all that bad.
No, he just was, Sophia had called that time and had him all in the, kind of twisted.
Yeah, but
he didn't, after he found out, he wasn't too bad, I ain't think.
I need more tea on why
they ain't together.
Not why they ain't together, because I don't care about that. I'm trying to figure out why there's like, he's going to try to take my daughter. Make sure you don't let him take.
She's in panic mode.
But it's her daddy, though. So I'm going to need.
Girl, I have
but
paperwork together.
I hope y'all watch this video. He probably won't because you in it. But my father has exhibited behavior that would disallow you from letting me go with him. He's exhibited that behavior. I tried
my best not to die when you was little.
I'm trying to see if I want to know what Sophia's father has exhibited for her to be acting. Grace act like you.
More.
You get on my nerves. Grace acts like you. Because I personally understand why you wouldn't allow me to go live with my father. I don't understand why Grace won't allow Sophia. They
broke up for some reason.
I mean, everybody breaks up for some reason, but breaking up and
because some people still have good fathers, without being together. They can't stay together. I mean, that happens.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's not I don't care about Grace and him at all. That don't interest me. I'm trying to get to the root of things for the child. In the words of Beyonce, child. She put a lot in there. You came into my house. You touched my child.
No D.
No D. Anyway, actually I think she did put a D because you know Beyonce in the movie, she loves to over enunciate. Let me see. Kevin goes to the meeting. You know, the homosexual anonymous, but not anonymous. The we want you to stop being gay.
Be mad. That knows.
He came in. Now the little group leader, he's sitting there like, all right, now girls, get your Ipecac. If you're feeling gay today, take a sip. It'll be all right. Kevin comes in and says, lies, fallacies.
Up in here telling these folks
this don't work. I screwed up. I'm like, Kevin, you're telling too much of your thesis. You came in here just unprepared. Like, he did not come in like, when I get in there, I'm gonna say this particular thing.
This is what I'm gonna do.
He came in there just, you're lying. You're lying to the people. This don't work. And I'm like, calm down. Just take a deep breath. And then, you know, we swoop. Gigi goes on down to the sanctuary, and she kneels. You need to be over there.
Are we going to Grandma's?
Oh, I thought we were.
No, we're just in the street.
Oh, we just.
Let's see where she.
You said you was going to do her hair.
But she was at Grandma. She's at Big Grandma's.
Oh. Well, anyway, I thought you was going on over.
No, I'm just in the streets.
I took a turn right here, and I got lost for like 20 minutes.
Oh well, I don't think I will, but
you know, I get lost. I thought I was going to be able to loop back around and get back on the street, but that's not what happened.
This street does not do that.
I found that out, and I was late for work. Granny was sick, and I left work to bring her something to eat.
Right, I remember that.
I mean, the food wasn't there anyway because she called the wrong restaurant. But I'm driving all
over. For y'all.
It was a day.
I just want to see if they've done anything to her.
They have. So Gigi's kneeling and she's praying and she apologizing and telling the Lord He know her heart. Like,
it's the middle school. I ain't got no kids. I don't know where nothing is. I'm sorry, go ahead.
36 minutes into this one video. So he's telling, you know, she's telling God that He knows her heart. Like, He don't already know that He knows her heart. I don't like, when folks say, you know my heart, look, He know your heart.
He know what's wrong with you, but you still got to tell Him.
Why?
You got to tell Him what you want.
You got to tell Him what
you
you want.
You got to call Him. He know what you want.
But you don't have to tell Him He know your heart.
He know what you want. So you have to tell Him that. You tell Him everything. Just tell Him. It's therapeutic.
I don't tell Him what I want. I ask Him what I want. Lord, what do I want?
Yeah, I mean, that might be helpful, actually.
That's more what I ask. I need clarity on what I want. I don't have to be like, hey, Lord, need a car. I want this specific car. No, Lord, what in particular do I need to get the car, and how do I go about that? Anyway, that's just me and my journey with the Lord.
So give me the change.
And then he cried and asking them not to take her daughter. And I'm just like, what's going on? I need detail. Charity is back, and she's hugging her sister and looking over, and oh my Lord, look at you, y'all bruised and cut up. Oh, Jesus. And they're like, we don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about your trip. How's it going? They did.
Yeah, they did. And it was like,
just like
so this is like not a big deal, huh?
She was just, oh, my sister. And they're just like, girl, anyway. So this trip.
What are you worried about that?
I murdered this man and all, but this trip, though, how was that? He did.
I'm good. I mean, I got some bumps and bruises.
But all in all, he did. I'm good. And she's like, I don't even really want to talk about the trip with all this that's going on. Grace's like, girl, please, we want to hear about this trip. I'm like, this is a weird family. But it's kind of like our family. To be honest, I feel like I'm a Greenleaf myself. I do. I feel like
who was Lady May? Me?
I wasn't going to say you.
Well, you scared me.
We know who Lady May is. You're a direct descendant of Lady May.
I'm looking at these.
Oh, okay. You gonna ask the question they don't want the answer?
That's one.
The answer. Right, you receive this answer. And I like Q's neighborhood. Are we in Jackson?
We're not that far.
Okay.
We're still in Sherwood, but we're not in Jacksonville.
Anyway,
they have built many houses since I last came up here.
Charity, yeah, they talk about the trip and all of this, and I'm like, I wish I could have seen how they were with Faith as well. You know, all the sisters together, but they didn't really. I found out later they didn't get to be friends as adults, and we'll get to that in the next episode. Let's see. Charity is looking for Kevin, and she goes on down and it's like, Maddie, so where's Kevin? You seen him? And she's like, girl, but I put the baby down. He said to just keep the baby till you get here. So you here now, so I'm going to do something else. But she didn't tell her, it's a note over here on the crib for you. So Charity walks up to Nathan. It's a note on the crib. She opens the note and she's looking at it. She's, Kevin, and giving shocked and dazed and confused. I'm like, what the note say? Read it aloud to the class. I had to move my hair so I can hear. Let me know. She ain't let me know. She did not tell me what was tea. But she crying and all. So I'm assuming Kevin is left. I'm like, is it a suicide note? Is it I ain't coming back note? Is it I just need my space
like
note?
He wasn't coming back. I felt like he was, on sabbatical. till he could get himself.
But see, is it a I ain't ever coming back note, or is it a I need my space note?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Let me know. Charity, call me and tell me.
Okay, here Maryland is. I know where I am now.
I'm telling you, I got turned up down here.
You know, by Walmart.
Yeah.
Whenever they connect this street, that's where, because this is the street picking back up.
Okay. Anyway, May is over there grieving.
Oh, straddle.
May rest. No squirrel. In the sweet by and by. Anyway, May, she's in the bed. She's giving, you know, sad. And she's like, I know you don't want to hear about my brother, but my brother ain't always been like this. You know, me and my daddy took us out for ice cream, and you know, the lady at the parlor asked, what you gonna do with all that money? And said, I'm gonna get them all a roll of nickels. Now $2 is a lot of money, probably for that day.
Yeah, I feel that.
Because a roll of nickels back when May was a gal,
Her youngster,
that had to be, you know, substantial. But anyway, he said, I'm gonna give them all a roll of nickels and I'm gonna sit here and get drunk. Now Mac done got upset. This is child Mac. He crying because he don't want his daddy to get all drunk and carrying on. Mavis knew that it was a joke, but Mac didn't know. I didn't understand why this particular story had to be told. It didn't make me feel anything in particular towards Mac, but Mac was crying. He was crying, okay. All right. He cried. Jesus wept.
yeah, St. John 11:35.
So I'm just trying to figure
They
out.
used to give me a quarter. That was ahead of the kids.
I see. Legendary. And then she tells Bishop Silverthroat that, you know, I think Mac turned out the way he did, you know, seeing what Daddy did to me. And Bishop's like, wait, hold up. Hold the phone. One moment, please. What? He was like, oh, wait a minute. And to this I say, how is it that Mavis ain't know? Because remember, Mavis was giving, when she busted in the Charity's baby shower, Mavis was giving, you got to go on them trips with Daddy, and we had to, you know, get beat upside our heads by Mama and this, that, and the other. So Mavis didn't know what was going on with Mac. I mean, with Daddy and May.
Mm-hmm.
But Mac did. And I'm just like,
why is this?
right. I'm trying to get to the roots. Anyway, Erin pops in on Gigi. It's just good news. She ain't going to jail, this, that, and the other. And she's confused as to why she ain't going to jail. I'd be like, girl, rejoice. Again, I say, rejoice. But she's just trying to figure out why she's not going to jail. And then Grace is going out on the lanai, the veranda, the, you know, the lake piece there. And she hears, you know how many times I prayed not to go to jail? Hundreds. And it's Mac's voice. And she's looking around and I'm looking around. We all looking around. I don't know if you looked around, but I looked around.
I was like, what the mess around?
And she turned around and he wasn't there. And I said, Lord,
Thank
she
you,
had
Lord.
her loosen. If he was there, that scream. I'd have given him that. But yeah, she turned around and he wasn't there. And this has been 43 minutes of foolery.
Yeah. We'll probably have to edit this a little bit.
Well, yeah, I always speed it up. But
Have to.
It's just, if the girls want to see this, they love you, so they'll probably watch. Let me get into the next episode. Like, comment, subscribe, all the things that YouTubers say. All my information is in the description, which is in the bottom. Matea's what is she doing?
Trying to get KILT.
What are you, sis? Oh, white women, they just worry me. All my information is down there. Matea's GoFundMe information is down there, and my sister Lauren lost her son's father. That GoFundMe is also down there. So check those out. And yeah, I will see y'all in just a second because we're gonna do the second episode, and it's gonna go much faster than this one.
Okay.
Peace.